myself. Take me right back to the start.
Good afternoon. It's time for the MML Season 18 Pro Play Offs. And guess what? Bernie Buffon is back with those lovable recaps from many, many years ago. And it wouldn't be an MML recap if I didn't have my partner in crime, the guy who is well known for that Dino Rock team, the one and only Berzo. Afternoon, Berzo.
Sup? Alright, mate, how you doing?
Now then, mate, good to have you aboard.
Not
because...
massive.
You know, I don't know many of these teams, so I'm hoping you do. And
we'll have a flick through, man.
We'll have a flick through. And the great thing about it...
Enjoy me pint of gravy.
Pint of gravy. I'm on Budweiser, mate. I am on Budweiser. I'm off work. I'm having a good one, mate. I'm having a good one. So all good there. So we're going to get on with it. So obviously we'll have a look at all the teams. Unfortunately, all the tickets haven't been accepted yet, so I'm going to have to just keep going in and out of the MML to get the teams for us. But we will look at the teams in the order that came out. So for instance, we'll look at Reptile Heavyweight in a second versus Bad Intentions and go down the order. Me and Bez will have a quick talk about it, and then we'll give you our prediction who we think will win. And obviously the great thing about the MML, since I've been away for so long, you know, I can safely say if I tip your team to win, it's lucky. And you'll all believe me. Anymore. It's not a curse. Don't believe anything you've heard from Rebel and people leaving the league for me tipping them, and don't believe in me tipping teams in the Champions Ladder and they crashing out first round. That's all myths and jealousy. Trust me, you want the Bernie's curse / tip. Let's get on with the first team then. So let's have a look at these Reptile Heavyweights. Now I don't think I've ever seen Firion play, but frick me, this guy has so much hype. Really hype. Obviously, you're going to be blatantly,
biased
because it's Lizards. But let's have a look. So this is the first time I've really had a look at this team.
I mean, I'll go. The Lizard he got from me there as well.
Yeah, Leatherface. See, I know. I remember that guy. He's been around for a while. He deserves to die. Squared Circle. Oh, another sandwich thing. Good record though. 34 wins, 4 draws, 10 losses. And I think, if I'm right in saying, he hasn't lost this season.
Yeah,
no.
He's 7 wins.
So that's impressive. So what do we like about this team, then, Berzo? You are our Lizard expert. Tell me what's good about this team, and is there any weaknesses?
Do you know what? There's nothing I don't like. 4 guard pieces. He's got an Agi 4 skink. He's got 3 block skinks. Diving tackle to sort elves out. Plenty of tackle. Plenty of break tackle. Mighty blow all over the place. This is awesome.
Yeah, it is a solid team, isn't it? It is. I mean, he's got break
even
tackle.
The Crocs has got block.
Break tackle all over the place. I mean, what a nicely built team. I mean, obviously,
phenomenal team.
Do you know what? It's a high TV, but it's a well-built TV. I mean, I remember seeing your Blood and Tears Lizard team, and that was around about this TV. I think this team's better than your team. I think balance-wise, your team was good, but this team's all that break tackle. I mean, I love it. Dodging away on 2+. It's got the frenzy what I love on a Lizard. But then again, I suppose you should get kudos to that because it was your piece.
We had a chat about what to give him when he leveled up to a legendary. He got him to a legendary. Thought Friends is going to be good anyway because he goes out hunting, doesn't he?
Friends is great. I mean, it's one of the best. I always look to get Frenzy on a strength 4 piece because then if you can push him to a side and you got strength 4, you lose, you're going to get 2 die on. And I just think it really makes it a lot of fun and makes it less fun for your opponent.
The only thing I'd add to this team is a bit of stand firm on either Foreman or Klitschko, maybe. Just to be a pain in the ass. That's really all I'd add. This team should win things. It's immense.
The only thing it's really missing really is like a Tyson Fury, really. You know,
get to bite your ear off. Right?
Yes, get a proper champ in there. You know.
This is a impressive team. Absolutely.
It is. It's one of the best. It is.
As well. There's nothing to moan
It's so well balanced. Plenty of tackle, plenty of break tackle, a lot of mighty blow, and blodge, sad step, down tackle. I mean, and he's got an agility 4 skink as well.
Yeah, it's phenomenal.
Be
greedy. If you want to be greedy, stick a strength 5 Saurus in there and all.
Yeah. Did you think he'll be buying something?
I think this is he's having a season out. hot on the press. So
Wow,
we'll wait and see.
season out. What's all that about, eh?
He's even contemplating selling Leatherface back to me, and I'll bring my lizards back maybe.
But if he has a season out, that means he has to come back in the challenge. Is that correct?
He'll have to come back in the challenge, but he can keep the same TV. Regardless to caps. So obviously the TV cap will have to follow suit with that.
Yeah, so is it the TV cap like 1400? Or and
No,
these
so
bonuses?
he'll go to the 1800 plus bonuses one because he'll be into the trophy case.
Right, okay, got it.
He'll get 1800 plus bonuses.
Right, so this is a good team. Let's see who he's playing against. And this team, I had a quick look at, and they have got a few missing.
Is this bad intentions? Is it?
It is bad intentions, yes. Got all bad intentions. Let's have a look if it'll come up with that.
Trying to bring it up, can't find
Yep.
it now.
Drunken
Who coaches
Monk.
that? Drunken Monk, innit?
Let's have a look. I think I've got an echo from your headphones.
You shouldn't have. It's not even.
I'm talking to myself.
I'm not even charging. Usually when I charge them up, it does it.
Does it? Well, we'll see if
look at this.
see if it comes up on the live thing.
Two big pieces missing, mate. Two
Yeah.
big pieces missing.
But when I've talked to people and people who've done the Goblin Gambling thing, everyone seems to think that it's a done deal. The Lizards will win, no problem. But them two pieces, these best two blitzers are missing. That isn't very good. Who did that to him? Let's name and shame. The bloody
I'm not
dwarfs,
sure.
Dio's midgets. They did it to him.
Who's Dia?
I have no idea.
Anybody?
Is he a little Scottish ginger? No, I don't know.
Not a clue, mate. Not a clue.
No.
Yeah, this is a nice built team as well. Missing two big players, but it is a nice built team. Movement up on a throw is always nice. Troll could do a block, but I can't see how they're going to stop the Lizards. The Lizards outstrength them, outguard them. There's only one tackle piece to go. Oh no, two tackle pieces to go hunting skinks, but they're slow as well. It's going to be so hard.
At least them two blitzers do have tackle. What's good.
Yeah. True,
And now if I've got this right, obviously it's seeded. So obviously the Lizards were top seed. So is this guy the bottom seed, I presume?
He's finished 8th, yeah.
Yeah.
Qualified
so
8th.
that'd be another reason why everyone's on the Lizard train.
Yeah.
It is tough, but he will get inducements. I mean,
I was going to say he's going to get 700 inducements. We've all seen Morg can change a game. He could get Morg if he wanted. So he's
I think, me personally, I would get the Troll, Ripper Bolgrot, because he's strength 6, and he'll work in tandem with the other Troll he's got. And if I could afford it, you either got the thought of going for Varag Ultra, who was another strength 5 mighty blow beast.
He needs some more strength, mate.
You know, you'd probably be able to
some more
afford
strength.
both of them players. And then all of a sudden, you swap out, them two blitzers and put them two in there. Then all of a sudden, the Lizards ain't going to be able to have their way in the middle. I think that, obviously Wizards are nice, but I always think everyone knows the way I play Orcs. The main thing with Orcs is you have to dominate the middle. If you get rolled over in the middle, it's over. You've lost. But at Freaky Dice, you can't win. And you don't want to rely on Freaky Dice. So he has to hold the middle. He's got enough guard to hold the middle with his Black Hawks. He's got 3 Black Hawks for guard. So if he slung in Ripper in there and he slung in the Varag in there, that's another strength 5, strength 6 piece in there. If he does that, you know what? I'd be tempted to maybe have a little dibble on the bad intentions of winning it. Pull off the shock.
Yeah, it is. He's a good coach as well, but I'm not even being taken bias out of it. I think Firearm's team's phenomenal.
Yeah.
2 players, it only takes skulls off one of them just to annoy you, and it's.
Yeah. But if
he could go wizard. He could pick a nice cheeky chainsaw up and a few other bits. I don't know. It's hard.
I just think the only way the Orcs win this game is to hold their own in the middle. So to me, it's a no-brainer. It's Ripper and it's Varag, and say, you want to play me down the middle, play me down the middle. And if a skink gets through my middle, I've got 2 sweepers. Yeah, they're not fast, these blitzers, but they're still moving 6 and obviously 8 with 2 JFRs. But they've got my blood tackle, so they could make a mess of any skink what gets through. And obviously, it will then have a bench of 1 player as well. I think that's
big problem is Go
Go
on,
on.
mate.
I just want to
Say
say
the other big problem.
Go on.
You go first.
You said go on.
Great minds, mate. Great minds.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, right? I'm not denying that the best team is a Lizard team. I mean, I agree with you there, and obviously, if my life depended on it, I'm all on the Lizard train with you, no problem. But all I'm trying to say to you is, you've got 4 Black Hawks, 3 of them have got guard, so they're strength 4. You've got a Troll, strength 5, a stand firm and guard. You sling a strength 6 Ripple Ball Grot in there, it also has grab as well, so you can grab and, I don't know if you're allowed to say this, but stamp on people. And then you've got Varric Ultra, who's a strength 5 piece. So all of a sudden you've got 2 strength 5 pieces, 1 strength 6 piece, 4 strength 4 pieces. All of a sudden you are going blow for blow, if not better, than the Saurus. So I've got a feeling that this Lizard team bully everyone down the middle because it's so good, and then basically if they can't bully, they'll try and switch around with a breaking tackle.
That's what I was going to say. I think that could be the deciding factor in this, where if the Orcs have tying them all up in the middle, there's 5 Saurus there, or 4 Saurus and a Croc with break tackle.
Yeah, but
the plus is they're away from it, and then the Orcs aren't catching them.
Yeah, the thing is though, if he's got his Ripper Ball Grot up there and he's got his other Troll up there with Varag, you know, they're all strength 5, strength 6, sling a bit of guard in there, he'll have pieces behind being able, because he won't need them all, because they're stronger, bigger and better, because they're Orcs, so they've got to be better. I mean, like I said, that's the only way I would do it. I mean, he may do something completely different. I'm just trying to make a case here of how the Orcs could maybe beat the Lizards, because the Lizards, I agree with you, they've got everything. They have got absolutely everything, and they must have a very good chance of winning the full thing. But if I'm Drunken Monk, I'm getting Ripper, I'm getting Varag, and I'm going to go, right, I'm going to meet you down the middle. I dare you to go on the flank, and if you do, I'll just collapse it. That, you know, or make him score early, then just ground it. But
that might even be a good way for Fireon to try and pick a side to go down, draw them in, and then switch quickly to the other side with Skinks. Might seem to do that.
Yeah, but you'll have, well, he could do. I mean, they say all hearsay.
I mean, he's got 3 blood Skinks.
That would mean nothing to the mighty blow tackle Benti Peg and Farazoot. I hope I pronounced that right. The interesting as well is he's got kick on one of his players. As so again, you know, tactics like, you know what, kick short instead of long, then get all your big lads in there. You just never know, do you? It's Blood Bowl. How many times we say this team can't get beaten, they bloody do. But predictions anyway. I presume you're going for Lizards.
I'm gonna have to go 3-1 Lizards.
Woo! A nice cruise control win. Right. I'm going to go with the Lizards as well, because I can't decide what Drunken Monk's going to go with, and that's the only basis. If he does go Ripper and goes Varag, then I think he's got a really good chance. But as it stands, it's still going to be really, really hard for the Drunken Monk, so I will go with you. And I think a 2-0 victory. I think he can shut out the Orcs. I think unless the Orcs can dominate the middle, then they've got very little chance. So I will go with you. So that's a worrying sign that we both agree. Right, next game on the thing is... Oh, this one's got a bit of spice. Plague Inc. versus Cardiff Devils. Now, there's been a lot of smack talk between these guys. I'm going to go to the playoffs.
Brandon Hawker, innit?
Yeah, both basically claiming or guaranteeing that they will win their game and will knock their opponent out. Both of them. So one of them's going to be right, one's going to be wrong. Let's have a look at Plague Inc. first. Random Man's in good form. He actually joined the Rebel on the PC. It was a huge, well, the biggest playoff PC league in the world. And he's actually still in the playoffs. He's managed to get his Kemri in there, so he's in really confident mood. He's done really well in the Pro playoffs in the MML. He's in the playoffs. And I'm just checking, did he actually beat the Cardiff Devils, or am I just dreaming that? Let's have a look.
I can't remember, do you know?
No, he hasn't. But I could have sworn I read something about he beat him, but then I think Hawk said, well, he was diced and that. Maybe it was just a normal game, not a league game. But they've done well. I mean, they had a blip against the Muslim Morning Stars, but they beat the Hopeless Necromantics, they beat the nasty Georgia Goons, decent draw against the We Are Norse, beat the Dark Elves or Longhorns, and a very good draw with the Misfits. So, you know, and a 2-0 win over the Tree Dogs to start off with. So he's in good form. His team's doing well.
He's lost a lot of players. He's always been unlucky with players as random.
Yeah.
I know he had a couple of seasons ago. He had a bad game against me that he struggled to recover from.
Yeah.
Won't going to bring Plague Inc. back, but he has, and
they've rewarded him. Aren't they? They've rewarded him really nicely.
He's got his leader for his third reroll. His beast is a pain in the ass if it behaves.
Yeah.
He's got another tail as well.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's a nice team. His ball carrying Pesty's phenomenal. Really nice.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
missing a
very
guard,
nice.
Roper, sadly, but
Yeah, it's a real nice team. 1740 is not bad as well.
yeah.
And like I said, he's got the one claw piece. He hasn't got much punch. That's the only thing. But he's going against Dark Elf, so
The only thing I'm going to see here is caging up is going to be difficult with no guard.
well, I didn't think Rand
there's
does
gonna be
cage
good
up, does he? He
No,
never
but
used
there's
to
gonna be
cage
good
up.
opportunities. There's going to be good opportunities for the elves to come in and get 2 dice on this ball carrier.
It's going
to be hard to defend, I think, for Rand.
Yeah, I mean, I've discussed with him before, and he just doesn't like the standard cage up. What's fine? It's totally fine if you don't like that sort of thing. He does little other things. But yeah, I agree with you. With no guard, it's a bit difficult. And this is the thing we know with Nagel. Is like the TV can go really ridiculously high, and then you look at the team and think, yeah, he's got a few good players, but there's no guard in there.
Yeah.
I ain't seen the Dark Elf team yet, but if he's even got a couple of guard there, he's going to be able to manipulate what's going to go on in this game.
Yeah,
and that's always dangerous.
Tough. I think it's going to be tough for Rand to hold on to the ball. Unless he gets removals early on. He has got Mighty Blow claw piece. He has got 2 other Mighty Blow bits, but it's going to be a tough one. It really is. I mean, he's one of that pesties on movement 4. He's been battered, bless him. He can't really do too much. But
yeah, that's a shocker, isn't it? I mean, that's oh god, yeah. I mean, that's the other issue as well, isn't it?
He's lost that many players, mate.
Yeah.
He's not...
Oh no, I agree. If he hadn't been, but what I'm saying is, you look at the unclean one. He's -1 movement. Chickenpox is -2 movement. There's no speed in this apart from bloody number 9. There is no speed. And the problem is he's already been fast and all that, but if the rest of them can't keep up with him, you know that's the problem, isn't it?
He's going to have to screen off, move up the pitch slowly into scoring range.
But that's what Nagel do anyway. To be fair,
and he's great at it. I think one of Hawker's strong points is getting the ball off you.
Right.
I do sort of rate him a lot for that.
Yeah, right. So that's Plague Inc. Let's have a look at the Card Elf. Oh, Card Elf, love it. Card Elf Devils. Hawker's team, who can play quite a lot of things. And again, he's been in good form. He's just won a tabletop with Halflings, so you know he's going to be cock a hoop. He's obviously regarded as one of the best players in the NAF. So you know we know how good he is. And this is the first time I've had a look at this team. And ironically, we've seen how slow the Nagel are, and now we see how fast the Dark Elves are with a lady luck at movement 9 and a movement 8 blitzer as well. Only the one guard piece. But a lot of this has got a nice bit of blodge in there, haven't they? So it's if the blodge holds for me. It's an alright team. Yeah, and the thing is as well, it's 240k in the bank, so he's carrying a massive 90k overblow. I don't know if he's going to drop that or not. Yeah,
obviously found a nice Witch Elf or something to buy.
Yeah, maybe. The other thing with Witch Elves is they die a lot, don't they?
Yeah, which is great.
That's great.
Let's not pretend that's a bad thing, right?
Well, yeah, all right, fair enough.
This team's nice, mate.
It's all right, isn't it? It's all right. The thing with coaches like Hawker, you could just give him a bang average team; he'll still do magic with it.
Yeah. They're going to annoy the hell out of them because they're just going to be dodging, not going to even wait. Double ones will be massive in this game. If Hawker fails a dodge early on and gives away a lot more hits, he's going to struggle. If he gets his players out and manoeuvres them how he can, he should win it.
Yeah, it's a tough one because Hawker, obviously, let's not lie, his reputation as being one of the best players in the world versus Rand the Mad, who's in good form. Every time I've seen him, he's been playing well, and then little things what need to go his way have been going his way. So you know, if the Devils start rolling these double ones, what can happen? Then maybe Rand and gets a bit of attrition with his claw piece and other pieces. You just don't know. I think this is going to be a lot closer than everyone expects.
Yeah,
I can see maybe Hawker scraping a 5-0 win here. You know, sorry.
I think it's going to be. Yeah, it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be as bad as that, but I think it is going to be a Hawker win.
Dear, I can't really go against Hawker.
I'd like to see. I'd like to see Rand win it. I would. I really would. But this is going to be a tough task. He's missing 2 big key pieces that he could have done with. He's missing the guard piece which he could have done with, and he's missing the Chaos Warrior that died in the last game, which he really could have done with.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what that had, but yeah, that's an.
Yeah, strength. I think it was strength 5, block, tentacles, and something
else.
Oh,
what?
Yeah, pain in the ass, mate. That would have tied 3 of these lot.
That would have changed the game significantly. But then again, You know, I tell you what. Do you think Hawker's one of these guys who's saving 240k in the bank and then buy a wizard? Surely not.
No.
He's not, is
No,
he?
I think he's got a transfer in mind.
Right. Okay. So you're going to go with Hawker and the Card Elf Devils.
Yeah.
Have you ever had that feeling when you're tipping a game and your brain says you've got to back the Devils, but you just know when the game's finished, it's the Nagel going to win. They're going to do everything right. They're going to get the casualties. The Devils are going to roll loads of ones and stuff, and then you're going to go, oh my god, I wish I just took the risk and gone with the Nagel. That's the sort of feeling I've got. Saying all that though, it's Hawker, isn't it? It's Hawker.
Yeah, he's a great coach. He doesn't make mistakes really very often.
Doesn't. The only thing is, I would like to see Hawker. Oh.
And how much people emphasise on doing stuff that don't roll dice first, and a lot of people forget it. He's one of these coaches that doesn't forget that either.
No.
He'll pick players up and do stuff he needs to do before he does, and it
does all the save moves.
Yeah.
I think
I'd like
this
to
is
see Rand win, which is no disrespect to Walker because they're both brilliant, but I would like to see Rand do well.
I think this is. I just got a feeling this is going to be a lot closer than everyone thinks. I really do. It could even go to overtime. But
Removals
again,
is big, mate. Removals
it is.
for the.
It is.
I know it can be a lot. It's said a lot in games that, but I think especially now, they're fast, they're agile. If they can dodge away and get away, they'll win. If Hawker rolls a couple of ones early on, it'll be a close game.
Yeah, I'm going to go back and see what Rand's got again. I'm trying to find a way to back Rand here, but I don't think I can. No, it's Chickenpox is only movement 4, so he's going to be chasing Shadow. It's the movement more than anything else what worries me. But that low disease though, let's not forget, he's got claw and tackle with mighty blows, so he can go dark elf hunting, anything close by, and obviously it's -1 to get away from because he's got tail, so he could be huge as well as number 9.
Doesn't leave his key pieces open.
No, but he doesn't. But if he can just chip away at the lesser pieces,
yeah, it's going to be very hard, mate.
it is.
Like I say, removals is big in it.
I don't know, but yeah, I'm. Oh God, man, I'm gonna have to agree with you again. I think he'll be. I think he'll win, but I don't think it's gonna be a blowout. I don't think that's the way Hawker plays anyway. He's a bit like me. He'll keep in control. He could maybe go, you know, I could push and maybe win 3-0 or 2-0, whatever. But I think he'll keep it close and be professional. But if the Ink can get some attrition early on, you know, I think he's got a chance. It pains me.
I'm gonna go 3-1 again to Hawker.
No, I don't think it's gonna be that close. I think it's gonna be close. It wouldn't surprise me if this is 1-1 going into overtime. And you know what? If it goes into overtime, the chances are that'll probably help the Bash team usually. What obviously is plague Ink. But...
See, I think it'll be 1-1 at some point. I think Hawker will force him to have to score, and I think he'll manage to score again and possibly get a turnover and score 3.
Maybe. I'm gonna go 2-1 to Hawker. But it may go to overtime. But
in overtime.
This is the minimal sort of win. It's like 51-49 to me. I think it's that close. But the key fact to me is the movement downs on the beast and Chickenpox. That's what hurts them more than anything. But yeah, so there's that game good. So we're both agreeing. This is worrying. What we got next? Oh, hey up. Ubersec Flamers. They've won it how many times now? About 3-4 times?
Many times.
And they're against the Misfits, who were the first time in the playoffs, I do believe.
Who won the Misfits?
Yeah. So let's have a look at the Rats then. The team, what probably a lot of people will be expecting to win the full thing again.
Missing some big players that.
Missing some. The full team's bloody big players.
Missing Rat Ogre. And he's missing Born Slippy, two proper pain in the asses.
Rat Ogres can be very...
This Rat Ogre's a pain in the ass. I've played against him many a time. I mean, Gerd managed to play a season with about 4 or 5 players.
Wow. Now he's got a full team.
Yeah. And it was a tough... I mean, I think I was in the play pool with him and we had some good coaches in there and some good teams and he still managed to get through the season. He's just got players that can do anything. He's got a Mighty Blow Storm, Vermin, Pylon as well. Claw. He's got a Strength 4-1. He's got a 1-turner.
Look at that gut runner. That number 1 gut runner. That is disgusting.
Yeah, it is minging, isn't it?
That is disgusting. That's like how many doubles? You know.
I mean, Claw, Dauntless,
3 doubles.
Mighty Blow, Pylon, Block, Gross.
That is.
He can cage dive. He can wander into a cave.
Do what he wants when he wants,
which he's
doesn't
done to me many a time. Yeah.
And then obviously ball breaker. So I mean, this team is pretty brutal.
Yeah, it's just stunning. He should win championships with this team. It's a brilliant.
Well, he has, hasn't he? He's won 3 of them, I think.
Yeah,
so
many. Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see how he does, because what I like here is you've got the Misfits who've got Chaos regarded as one of those teams or break teams. But you know what? They can come up against a team because you know what? You've got 2 claw. Yeah. Guess what? We've got 2 claw. And his claw move faster. I mean, that bloody go run is just filthy.
Look at his 63 wins, 17 draws, 19 losses.
It's just he's got a magician shot. Is it at where's it at?
I mean, 100 games, he scored 236 touchdowns.
He's got
2.3 a game.
This is at Gaedler's ground as well, so there's a free wizard. That's huge for the Rats.
That's massive as well, yeah, because the Rats ain't going to cage up.
So 4 wins.
Then E-Ripper could take a lightning bolt to the face. That could sort him out. But 2 claw mighty blow pylon.
I tell you one thing. What's interesting here? If I've read this right, he lost 1 game last season. Oh, the team just gone. Sorry, and that was the Halflings. He lost to Halflings with this super duper crazy team.
Dice.
But yeah, I presumed it could be anything else. But what I'm saying is, we're talking, this team's going to win everything, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, no,
but guess what? If Flings can beat this team, then surely other teams must have a chance.
Yeah. I mean, Gerd plays really well. He looks after his gutter runners.
Yeah.
Some of them aren't even on the pitch half the time.
Yeah.
Keeps him at the back. He keeps his one-turner away from everything.
Yeah.
And he even I mean, I've done it before where I've been outplayed completely, ended up with 4 players, and he scored 10-16. And it's heartbreaking because you can play the perfect game and still can't prepare for it. So,
yeah, he is one of the elite MML players. That is a fact.
He's phenomenal.
He will be one of the favourites again, obviously, to win this one. Let's have a look at Magritta then, because again, it's going to be tough for Magritta, and you know what? They've got high TV as well. What the hell?
I think is he going to be getting any players there, Gerd, with him being players down?
Well, there's 11 players on the Misfits. Oh, there's only 11 players on the Misfits. Oh, this is looking bad for the Misfits. I'll just go back to the Flamers, see how many players they've got. I think they're all right. What have they got? 4 out. So they got 12 players. So they're all right. So they will get whatever the Misfits give them. What will be? Let's have a look. 380 TV inducements for the Rats.
For Gerd. Oh God Almighty! And he's got a wizard already.
He's got a wizard. But obviously, but again, he gets a wizard as well, I suppose. But the main worry I have here is the Rats have got killy stuff, what can make a bad day, and the Misfits don't have a bench. They have no bench at all.
Oh yeah.
That is all of a sudden my
Yeah, even if Gerd's using his beastman to protect his other players, he's going to be removing beastman when Mighty Blow caught pylon. But this is another really
This is a nice team though. This is a really nice team.
Yeah,
they've
got his leader in there as well for his third.
Yeah.
Tail's been around for a long time.
He has. He was playing when I was here. That's how long ago that was.
Yeah. And he's got 2 legendary players on his team. So.
This is a really good team, and against most teams you'd really fancy these. But I can't take this team against the Rats. I really can't.
No, but he's got. Do you know what? He's got a splatter. He's got 5 tackle pieces. He's got 2 tails. It's going to be very similar to the last one, like we said with Hawker. Double ones early on in a turn, and you're giving away a lot of hits. I think Beers has to go aggressive. I think he has to mark Rats up and make them roll dice. I don't think he can hang back, cage up, move down. He needs to mark everything up. If
he marks up though, he's giving away a lot more hits, and he can't afford to lose players.
He's got guard as well. He's got a lot of guard. So
I think
he's got a lot of strength. I mean, look at his strength. He's got a strength up Chaos Warrior. He's got 3 strength up other players.
Yeah. This team against any other team, I would say, would go quite well. Even the Lizard team we saw, not a problem. This team would do all right.
That'd be a good game to watch. If this was firing against
my concern with any team, it doesn't matter what team you are, you could have a team full of armor 10. But if you don't have a bench, that's just my own personal preference, because I think, you know what, you haven't got that buffer. So every time one of these guys drops, especially if he drops early, can you imagine it if, I don't know, the Rats win the toss, or the Rats get first play of the ball, his killers remove two of these players from the first couple of turns, that is a massive uphill for the Chaos for the rest of the game.
For the rest, it's huge. It's huge.
So,
And the Rats have got a bench, and he's got money to spend. He could go and get Skitter or something Raj like that.
or if you get that strength 4 piece, Glart with Claw, strength 4.
Yeah.
He's only got a wizard. Or if he really wants to be nasty, he could go for the chef.
Yeah. Mind you, he's got the leader, so I think I'd ditch the chef.
Yeah, but the thing is,
mate, do you know what? He's got. This isn't as easy as we're making out. Beers has got players to stop that team.
I don't know. I don't think he has.
He's got a lot of tackle. He's got tail. He's got a lot of strength.
I think if usually when I'm playing against Rat, I kick to the Rats first. But I think for the Misfits, they've got to receive first and try and do as much attrition as possible. If you can do 100%. That, then this team's got a great chance. Because like you said, he's got three strength ups. What's amazing, and they're all on Beastmen as well. It's just a really good team. This is a really good team. I feel for him because he's probably got the worst matchup he could have got out of the other 7 teams.
He has, yeah.
This team against the Dark Elves, not a problem. Against the Lizards, they certainly go toe to toe with them. The Orcs, I think they spit them out. But against Gerd as well.
Gerd does like Skitter as well. He's used him against me, and he is a pain in the ass. If he wants to, he could get Skitter in a chainsaw.
Or Skitter and 2 babes.
Yeah.
Or Skitter and an apple.
Well, he's got. Do you know what? He's got a lot of players anyway, so probably doesn't need babes. But
yeah, but the thing is, if what we've got to remember is these Misfits, they'll hurt a few of these players, regardless of who wins.
He protects his good players very well. Does Gerd? He doesn't give away hits. He's one of the best players I've ever seen for it.
But I don't know. But it's a good thing for him to have because I would have fancied the Rats at level Devils, but for getting 3 nod XP, 3 nod inducements, I just think, oh my god. I think a lot of people, no disrespect to Gailey, would want Misfits to go through because I always like to share on the underdog because they haven't won it before as well.
Definitely like to see Beers win this.
He has a chance.
One of my favourite coaches, mate.
These 2 coaches are both amazing people. Never mind, they're both great coaches, but they're both amazing human beings. I love both of them. And, whichever one goes through, I'll be happy for. But being the underdog, being a Brit, we like our underdogs. So we'd like, my heart's probably with the Misfits, but my head's with the Rats. So I'm going to go with the Rats. And I think the Rats will steamroll this if you want it.
Yeah, I do, yeah. Sadly, I do.
3-0, 3-1, 4-1, 4-2, I don't know. No, not 4-2. Yeah. I just think if the Wizard works...
I'd like to see Beers receive first and do a bit of damage.
He has to, I think. He has to. I don't like...
But the thing is, if Beers scores 10-7 or 10-8, the Rats can score anyway and equalise.
Oh, yeah, but I know they can, but the amount of times I've seen it fail or perfect defence... or a blitz or things like that, it's not. It is a very good chance to score, but it's not a given. And this is Blood Bowl, and the amount of times I see these things fail in one of the more important games. So you can't really. It's a great thing to have, but you can't expect it to work every time. No. But my worry is he's got that wizard and he can just go bzzzt, and then go and get the ball, off it goes, pass it, hand off to the guy who's in score range, boom, gone.
Yeah. That movement 10 rat can pretty much get anywhere on the pitch.
Oh yeah. It's a nightmare. I think this is going to be a bloodbath. I think this is going to be a bloodbath.
Yeah,
both teams have killers. I think this is going to be carnage. I really do. And it's going to be so lovely. It's going to be such a great game. But I think this is going to be carnage.
Yeah, agreed.
But we can't agree again. We're both are going for the Rats.
I know, it's just hard not to, mate. They're just. Gerd plays them awesome. He's one of the best rat coaches I've ever seen. His history and everything is just.
And he's is he 3-10 champ?
I'm gonna differ. I'm gonna go Beers. Sod it. I'm gonna go Beers grinding out a 2-1 win.
Good man. I'm gonna go with the Flamers with a 3-1.
I just don't want to agree with everything today. So.
I'm gonna go with the Flamers 3-1.
I'm gonna say tackle is big, tail is big in this game. I think it's gonna count. I think Gerd's gonna bang a couple of ones in there. Bernard re-rolls. I think Beers is going to remove some players. Jobs carrot.
I'm going to say bench is best. And
yeah, it is, mate. I'm just trying to disagree.
You're doing what I did with Rand and the Orcs, trying to find another way. But the thing is,
I'm going to go Beers, mate.
Yeah, that's fine. Gerdley. The problem is though, right? Let's not lie here. Gerdley knows about the penny scares. He knows through champion ladder, and he knows the amount of times I picked him and it's gone downwards. So he will not be happy that I've picked him. He will not be happy, will he? He'll be like, shit. I really feel like I was going to win. Now it might be a 50-50. But I've got to go with him. So there you go. Right, so that's on the final game then. So obviously so far, we're pretty on the same wave shit. This is the tough one. Undead but worse. What's Teddy Tom
what
versus
do you expect where we're both from?
Well, that's very true. Very true. And stop rolling ones.
They've been around a long time.
They have, and Deaf Guy's still alive. How is he still alive?
I'm sure Teddy lost a Tomb Guardian.
Right, well, I'm just gonna go and find them now. Undead but worse, isn't it? So, the Khemri, aren't they? The Khemri.
I've noticed a lot of people using 2 rerolls and a leader these days. Hell of a lot of people.
Right. Let's have a look.
This is another one. Tomb Guardian called Isis. Not sure about the name.
Yeah, well, or maybe called. Is this? I don't know. So he's got strength 6. Tomb Guardian.
Yeah.
2 strength
Teddy
5
does
Tomb Guardians.
Wonderful things with this team.
Oh yeah.
He really does. He's a good coach anyway. But look at that: 50 wins, 18 draws, 26 losses. So double the wins for losses. Level 3 stadium. It's nice, mate.
And he was undefeated as well. He won 6 and drew 1 in his 7 games this season.
Yes.
He is a class act. There's no doubt about it. Ironically, you know what? The only team what held him to a draw. Do you want to know who that was?
These boys that he's playing.
Yeah. How interesting that is, isn't it? Eh? You know, he steamrolled everybody else, but guess what? He didn't beat the. He didn't beat the what else?
I don't know how he does it because his defense is brilliant. He
But
doesn't have anything on his team to defend. He's got 2 tackle pieces, and you think, how does he do it? He's got Skellies that can't dodge. He's got Throwers that can't dodge. He's got Tomb Guardians that can't move, and yet he defends really well. He concedes 1 touchdown a game max. There's no games this season he's conceded 2.
Wow. I think what I like about this team is the ball handler. He's only armor 6 now, but he's strength 4, agility 4, blodge.
Yeah, he don't get hit much.
No,
he really doesn't. He's
only having 3 Tomb Guardians hurt though? That is a worry. I mean, he could buy one. He's got 220k.
I don't think it will with who he's playing against. I don't think he needs the extra strength. I think he's lost 2 Tomb Guardians, to be honest. I think he's bought 1 already.
Crikey. He's got 2 dead players as well. What's nasty against Wood Elves?
Yeah. Mate, nice team.
I'm guessing, has Teddy Tom ever won? I don't think he's ever won the MML, has he?
He ain't, but he just does wonders with his team.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a really nice team, but it could be a lot nicer, and yet he does wonderful things with it.
Yeah, he is. I mean, he's done everywhere he's gone.
His defense, mate, he's similar to. I sort of used to rely on my defense a lot with Lizards, and I think Teddy's the same with this. His defense is brilliant, and he doesn't concede many touchdowns at all. He really doesn't.
It certainly is a very, very good team. The thing is, though, is it good enough to stop the Wood Elves of Rez?
Look at that. He's only conceded 95 touchdowns. That's awesome.
It's not bad, is it?
In 94 games, he's only averaging 1 touchdown a game with a non-agility team. That is immense by anybody's standards.
Bloody hell, the TV values could put us on 1,000. What the hell's happened to this team? Oh my god! Oh my god! Yeah. What? What the hell? There's 4 players!
How good is it?
There's 4 players!
It's not good. I think it's Rez's last season.
Bloody hell, it's the team. Okay. I was going to say, let's discuss the team. There isn't much left of it. But, you know, it's definitely, as his motto says, players can be replaced, wins can't.
Yes.
But bloody Nora, this team. Yeah.
Buttons, he's been around a long time.
Oh, man, I remember the Cowboys trying to kill that bugger, but he kept hiding. Kept slinging elves in front of him. I remember Buttons well.
But you've got to touch on the biggest pain in the ass in the world. Greased up deaf guy.
How is he not dead?
Oh mate, 140 touchdowns this guy scored.
I think do you know what? If Teddy Tom gets hold of that piece, he's going to stamp all over it.
Yeah, I think this might be the last game.
Yeah, this could be greased up dead guy by the end of it.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So how many players has he got? He's got 4, so that's another 7. Well, the 70k shot out there, I think. That's 490 on top. So that's 1490 TV against. Oh crap! What was the Khemri? I'll have to go back onto now. Why? Undead, but worse. Let's have a look. Right, so he's gonna have enough for a wizard if he wants one, or a player like Jordell Freshbreeze if he ever takes them sort of players, but I don't think he'll probably will. Oh, this is
really annoying. His thrower only needs 1 SPP for legendary as well. It'd have been so nice to get it this game, but he's gone.
But he's like a lot of the team. 4 wins, 1 draw, 2 losses.
Fingers, I mean, we all love Sticky Fingers, and Sticky Fingers only needs 3 more for a level up, so he could be getting one for the next game if he goes through.
Yeah. He's only got 1 war dance for this game. The other war dancer's out. I mean, who did the number on him last game? Let's have a look. I want to see who did him over last game. It was. Oh, it was that them Innsmouth deep ones. That's chaos, isn't it? Is that Whiskey's chaos? Nasty Whiskey.
Yeah. Oh, it was a horrible game. Do you know what? I don't think there was many. I'm sure I watched that game. I don't think there was many armor breaks, but when there was,
yeah,
I think there was like 10 armor breaks, but when there was, my God, it smashed them to bits.
Right,
seems to think it was a really high injury rate.
Who wins this game, Berzo?
Oh, mate. I'm gonna go with Teddy. His defense is brilliant. I know the deep ones are missing players as well, but they are. I mean, there's some of the best free players you're gonna get in this game, aren't they? Let's be fair.
Yeah. I'm sorry to say this, but I agree with you. You know what I think is going to happen? I think this is going to go to overtime, but I just think the Khemri will just churn it out. I just think just the way Teddy plays, his defense is spot on.
His defense is brilliant,
and he's not scared to put the boot in, and he will put the boot in. The Wizards are a bit of a worry, but you know, apart from that, I'm going to go with Teddy because his team sort of is all right, and he's got pieces what can do damage, and this team just looks like just I don't know what you call this team. I know we have seen him do it before, Rez, and he is one of the best One Elf coaches out there in the full PS4, not just the MML. Yeah, and if anyone can do it, it's definitely this guy. You know, but I just can't pick a team with no players. I have a really bad feeling Greased Up Deaf Guy will be ended up called Greased Up Dead Guy by the end of the game.
Do you know what? I think if I know it's a huge if. I think that if that War Dancer and that Natural Odors was in this team, I'd be hands down going for Rez. I would. There is 2 massive pieces. Even the inducements and stuff he can take, I would be going with it because they are great pieces. But missing them 2, and I think it's
another tricky game, isn't it? Because I think the Khemri are banking on attrition. But what we got to remember as well, a lot of the Khemri are on the armor 7 as well. So you know, if Rez can just start, you know, like guerrilla warfare, just take what Teddy gives him and starts knocking them down because they're not going to have a bench, are they? So it's a funny game.
Rez has only got 2 rerolls on the leader again, like we've seen a lot of times, and that's Greased Up Deaf Guy. He's not going to be able to leave him off the pitch. He's gonna. If you can get rid of him, I think if Teddy focuses, I don't want to focus too much, but if he focuses on Greased Up Deaf Guy and removing him, I think it's job done.
I just think there's more chance of the elves exploding than the Khemri. I mean, even if
he's getting a lot of learners as well. Even if he risks dodging with learners and fails them, he's not going to reroll it. That could cost you real early on. He's going to need his learners to get hits, and if they mess up. Not good.
It's gonna be a tough one. I mean, again, all these games are gonna be close. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if Rez does what he does best and wins the game. But I think I'm with you. I think Teddy wins in overtime 2-1, mainly due to attrition. I think the attrition's gonna get him the win. I could be completely wrong, but yeah, I'm gonna go with you. I'm gonna go 2-1. What are you going for? 2-1 in overtime. I'm going for.
I'm going to go 2-1, standard time.
Yeah, standard time. Right, so there's all the games done. All nice and easy. The last thing I'm going to ask you is a simple thing. Who wins the full thing? Nice and easy, isn't it? Eh?
It's hard, mate. If Hawker gets through his game without losing players, he's got a really good chance.
Well, he'll be going against your Lizards if you tipped it right.
I think the Reptile heavyweights, mate, are... I think it's their season. 7 wins from 7. I think it's their season, mate. I want to see some Lizzies on top.
Do you know what?
I'm not being biased either. It's the coach.
Biased. Lizard lover. Biased. Lizards. Now, if I was biased, then
You
obviously
can't
I'd be...
put Gerd. You can't put it past Gerd winning it again.
You know what? If I was being biased, I could go with Plaguing because it's Nurgle. Hashtag 4 Horsemen. Or I could go with my boy, the Hawker, Cardiff Devils. But you know what? Let's not kid ourselves, people. There's only one team what's going to win the full thing, and that is the Ubersec Flamers. Gerd is going to win what is his 4th title. He'll be too good for the Misfits. It's a really good matchup if he plays against the Khemri, what I think he will. And I think he's got the attrition to beat the Elves. And Reptile Heavyweights, Reptile Heavyweights, their skinks will get munched. The Orcs, it's gonna be tough for them to get through. I think the final what would be the toughest for Gerdley would be the Hawker Devils. I think that would be a bit of a nasty matchup for him. But
yeah, see, I think he'll struggle against the Lizards.
I just think he'll just cage dive in and just take the ball off him.
It might
like
do
he
it
usually
with a
does.
lot of players. But, mate,
I don't
wanna,
you know, I don't know.
Heavyweights.
When am I ever right anyway? When am I ever right? But I sort of try and make it sound good. But yeah, I'm gonna go to win the full thing. It's gonna be Gerd because I think the matchups running into final are really good for him. It just depends what he has left by the end of it. But I'm gonna go with him. You're gonna go with your biased bloody Lizards. Although 7 wins out and no losses, you can't argue with that, can you? You know.
Nope.
So there you go. That's us done. Thanks for Berzo for joining me because I needed the help. And thanks for everyone for watching. And good luck to all 8 coaches. I'd be more than happy with any of you guys winning. I'm sure you're all great guys. Yeah, go Rats.
To thee.